Welcome back to Great North Gaming. It's great to have you here with us today, and it's time to continue our NHL 26 franchise mode here with the New York Rangers. We're coming off a very disappointing playoffs. We got swept out by the Carolina Hurricanes, and I honestly thought this team was a Stanley Cup contending team. Obviously, some players came down with morale changes, but this team was pretty deep offensively, stacked defensively with Adam Fox, and we had a great goaltender, but we got blown out. It wasn't even close, except for maybe the last game. First game, 4-3 OT loss. Next game, 6-4 loss, 3-1 loss. And I called out Shesterkin, and he held us in there, but our offense couldn't deliver. So we have a lot of decisions here to make. Heading into the offseason. Clearly, our offense isn't good enough. We need to continue to get younger. Luckily, we do have Rocco Pelosi coming up. Maybe we give Brett Bedard a shot. I just don't see him working. Othman, but I think Rocco Pelosi hopefully can make it up this year. Hopefully, he has a good jump. But I was looking. There isn't really any pending UFAs that really catch my eye. There is Clayton Keller. I would be, if he is not asking for a ridiculous amount of money, I would consider bringing him in. But I think the move this year is to trade up into the draft and get another sniper on this team. So I was taking a look at the top 5 draft class. Where am I going here? View draft class. Liam Pugh here. He's projected to go 6th overall. A right/left winger. He seems to have a great shot. NHL ready. Similar style Patrick Kane. I'd like to trade up for this guy here. So I think that's my move going into the offseason here. I was considering moving off of an Adam Fox or Shesterkin, but we got to give these guys another shot. We have them for this year. We can look at maybe trading Adam Fox if things aren't going well, but I think we got to keep Adam Fox this year for sure. But anyone else I'm really willing to move off of, except for McKenna and some of our younger players, but we'll get into that. So let's hop up to the NHL entry draft here, see who wins the Stanley Cup, and start rebuilding this team for next year because we need it. Let's go. Oh, we have a conversation with Andre Terenge. I think we'll see if there's any coaches available as well to make a coaching change in the offseason, because if we can bring in a better head coach, let's do that as well. So let's hop up to the draft. And there you have it. The Calgary Flames actually win the Stanley Cup, and the San Diego Gulls win the Memorial Cup there. So see who wins the draft lottery here. Columbus jumps from 4 to 1. LA from down from 1 to 2. New Jersey. So we're going to target Vancouver, St. Louis, and San Jose. So those are the main players, or the main draft picks we're looking at. So Victor Hedman calls it quits. Chris Letang, Ryan Suter there. Marcus Johansson, Lars Eller, Petrie, Hamonic. Meant to go goalies. Jim Reimer calls it quits. Thank you, Jim Reimer, for your years in Toronto. Appreciate it, my man. Always like James Reimer. And any coaching retirements? Rochester, no. I think we are all good. I don't see any of our coaches retiring, which is great. So you don't need to do any interviews there. So let's take a look at the awards here. So the awards, Stanley Cup went to the Calgary Flames. President's Trophy went to the Colorado Avalanche. Clarence went to Calgary, and it was in Calgary versus the Islanders in the Stanley Cup Final. Art Ross went to Cale Makar. Hart Memorial went to Cale Makar. James Norris went to Cale Makar. Lady Bing went to Adam Fox, so he does take home some hardware this year. Calder went to Van Checker. Conn Smythe went to Sharon Govich. Vesna went to Blackwood. Jennings went to Blackwood. Masterton went to Owen Power. Jack Adams went to Corso. Frank J. Silky went to Austin Matthews. Ted Lindsay went to Nathan McKinnon. And Maurice Richard went to Austin Matthews. So very nice there. So with that all being said, let's hop into the NHL entry draft. We do need to... Well, we can wait on Scott Morrow. We can always tender qualifying his offer. So let's hop into the NHL entry draft and try to move up for Liam Pugh. Here we go. NHL entry draft. They don't want to give up the pick, so I'd rather go San Jose to be safe. So San Jose, we do have, so we'll give you the 24th. And give you a second as well. So we got some time here. Skaters matching block. Who do you want? Nikisha? No. Adam Fox? No. I don't even think he'd want to go to San Jose. Nope, he does not want to go to San Jose, so that's not going to work. Rocco Pelosi? No. Schneider? Krasinski? Morrow? Okay, we could throw Scott Morrow in here. They want to give Will Smith up. He still doesn't really fit on this team. Doesn't have good face-offs. He's a heck of a playmaker. Do we bring in a Will Smith here? If we can get some salary retained here, I'd consider this. $2.5. They have some money here, so let's try to get him retained here so we can get Liam Pugh and Will Smith here. We'll give them Scott Morrow. I'd also be willing to give you Alexis Lafreniere. Take another player off your skaters block here. John Klingberg. 2 years left at 1.73. I don't want to take that. Sure, Appleton. There we go. And I feel like we're still fleecing them a little bit here. They want to give up Will Smith here, but we'll give a 2030 first-round pick. So a first, a second, Scott Morrow, Alexis Lafreniere for a first. For the fourth overall pick, Will Smith at 50% retained, and Appleton. Will it go through? Trade rejected. That's a little, yeah. Let's try to go down on the retained salary here. Let's get a 2.59. So we'll try that again here, but retain. So a first, a second, Scott Morrow, Lafreniere, a first for the fourth overall pick, Will Smith at 2.5% retain, and Appleton. Will it go through? Trade rejected. I just don't want to take on that much salary cap. 1.39, a first, a second, Scott Morrow, Lafreniere, and a first for the fourth, and 1.39 retain. No. Okay, will they? Okay, we got to make this quick here. Would they take this without retention? Okay, no, they still don't want that here. So we'd be giving up Lafreniere. So that's fine. Who else do you want here? Pelosi, no. Krasinski, no. Ferraro, no. Nikishin, no. I could throw in a Sheloff there. It's quite close to fair value. Okay, what if we change this second to a 2030 first? So the 24th overall pick, a first-round pick in 2030, Scott Morrow, Alexis Lafreniere, and Sheloff for the fourth overall pick, Will Smith and Appleton just as a contract back. Will it go through? Trade accepted. That is a blockbuster here in New York. You love to see it. Will Smith is added to this team. Our forward core is looking better now. It's time to get to our draft pick. So Maddox Schultz goes first overall. Reasoner goes second. 83 overall, medium elite power forward. That's pretty sweet. Sarnio, 82 overall, medium elite. Okay. With the 4th overall pick, the New York Rangers are proud to select from the WHL right winger Liam Pugh. What's he going to be? 81 overall, medium elite. What's that shot look like? Okay, he's got a pretty good shot, good offensive awareness. He's got big rig, okay. He's a shooter. Okay, good. Oh, not auto draft. So we made a huge trade for the 4th overall pick there. Now, what is this? I don't need this. Okay, we're going to keep Adam Fox, Gavin McKenna, Will Smith, Liam Pugh, Rocco Pelosi. So if you take a look at our forward core, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a pretty nasty top 6 once we get that working. Novak Perot. Okay, I think I'm liking the team now. Defenseman, we'll have to sign another defenseman in free agency. That's okay. Mario Ferraro we can bring back. So that's a good trade there, adding to the offense there. So let's get to our 2nd round pick here. See who we can get. Possible low elite center sniper. Let's try it. Low top 6. Okay, that's not too great there. 3rd round here. Let's check potential here. Possible medium elite 90. Let's try it. Medium elite 53 overall. We will take that. Good draft pick there. Possible medium elite or a low top 6 here. Is there anyone else? Let's try it. Why not? Let's go for it again. Medium top 6 center grinder. Not the best pick there, but that's okay. Raycroft here, 145, a little off the board here. Medium bottom 6. You got to try for it. You got a 50-50 shot of it happening there. Dumba here, low elite, possibly. Low top 6, not too bad. 6th round here. Possible another medium elite here in Ward. Let's try it. Medium bottom 6. And that's going to be it for the draft here. So let's hop up to the re-sign stage here and get to free agency. All right, so we're here in the re-sign stage. We have $28 million, but we do have some big contract extensions coming up. So let's go through this. So Shesterkin and Comrie. Lascelles an 80, so he'll be the backup this year and hopefully be the starter the year after that. We can trade away Shesterkin. Jonathan Quick, you should have retired, my man. Boyko. 77, nah. You can go play somewhere else here. We'll sign Yochenko, and Emelin can get in there if there is any injuries. So goaltender prospects are looking pretty good there. Defenseman here. Mario Ferraro doesn't want a contract extension. You're getting top 6 ice time, $7 million. No, we're going to have to find a new bottom 6 for this year. That's okay. If you want to come back cheap, perfect for the AHL. Maybe bottom 6 pairing. We do have some young guys here. 71, 24. You're not going to be anything. And that's all taken care of there. Right wingers. Pugh, we got to give a contract to Panarin. What do you want, Panarin? 4.2? Okay, we'll wait on that. I'd be willing to give Appleton. I don't really need you. Liam Pugh, I want to bring you in. Panarin, we're going to wait on. Radish, we don't need you. Tiplasov, we don't need you. That Rempe's up to a 77. Lilin, you can come and join the AHL. That's all good. We'll wait on Panarin there. It's not a bad contract for him, even if he's playing on the third line goal, like a third line scoring line. That'd be great. Ricard Raquel, what do you want? 2.25. Even if you're some depth there, I would take you back. Bobby McMahon, same thing. Yeah, just as some depth. Even if they're not on the team. Barrett Bedard, good AHL player, honestly. That's all he's going to end up being for us. He just doesn't really fit. He can come back for the AHL Brizone. 6120. I think we're all good there. Centers. So Miroslav Holenka, we want to give a contract extension to. 3 years, $950 there. He's young. Hopefully he can make the team someday soon. Terrence, 74-23. He might turn into something. Good AHL player. 68-20. No. Perfect. So let's take a look at all expiring here. Let's just advance a day here. See if Raquel. Our goalie coach doesn't want to come back. That's okay. We'll sign a new goalie coach. All the scouts. Barrett Bedard's back. Rickard Raquel's back. McMahon's back. Okay, Panarin. 2 years. What would be a 1-year deal? If I could get you a 2-year deal, I'll give you a 90% no movement clause in case we do need to move off of you. But if I give you 3.5 for 2 years, even to be a third or fourth line goal scorer. All the scouts, we had a lot of scouts rejected. 4.4 for 2 years. We can move off of him. I'll give it to him. Perfect. Panarin's back. At least we can move off of him. It's not too big of a deal. Tried to play a little hardball, but that's okay. So this team is all set to go here. Check on signs. Perfect. Everyone is signed that we want to do. Let's hop up to free agency. See who's available and take care of some contract extensions. Let's go. All right, so taking a look at free agents. So Clayton Keller is available, $14.5 million. That's a little ridiculous. Mark Stone. Yeah, honestly, we'll see if he comes down on that contract, and maybe we can offer him a contract because that would be pretty sweet. But firstly, let's take a look at coaches. Who's available? Because Terenge, you get swept out. He's got 61% scheme fit for us. Glenn Guzman, 60%. Marco Sturm, 50. Sheldon Keefe, 57. Travis Green, 58. Jonas Hiller, 57. Okay, so we're going to wait on that. We'll give Terenge another shot there. He has good scheme fit with the boys, so we'll take a look at contract extensions here, see how much money we really have available. Comrie, no. LaSalle, we can't give a contract extension to yet. Adam Fox, $20.7 million. Whew. And he doesn't want a contract extension. Nikishin, what do you want? 9.3. Two years, 10 million. 3 years, 10.7. Okay, so we got to make a decision here on what we're going to do with our defensive core, because I am not paying $32 million for this, and Fox doesn't want a contract extension. Left wingers, Gavin McKenna, what do you want? 5-year deal at 11.3. That's a lot, McKenna, and you haven't even proved yourself yet. Like, 65 points, okay. I'd like a 3-year deal so he's still an RFA at the end of it. But he's asking for a lot of money, so do we consider trading a McKenna? Chris Kreider, Barrett Hayden, what do you want? $5 million. All right, so let me do some pre-scouting on what an Adam Fox trade could look like, because I think, $20 million, he doesn't want a contract extension. $21 million, I don't know if that's worth it. Taking up to he's 37, I don't like it. Maybe it's time to move off of Adam Fox. So let me take a look at some possible trades for our captain, Adam Fox. Alrighty, boys, I think I found a trade. So, to find a first-line center, alrighty, boys, I think we found a trade here for our captain, Adam Fox. We're going to go back to do business here with Chicago. So we're going to send Adam Fox there. Hopefully, it's not going to hurt Chicago too much. Anton Frondell, they still have JT Miller. They still have Connor Bedard, but this is our first line, another center moving forward. We need that. Esa Tolvanen, a defensive defenseman, right side. He can play alongside a Nikishin moving forward, and a first and a second. So will this go through? Trade accepted. We'll see you out on the ice. So that was a big splash. Fox doesn't want to sign with us. He wants over $20 million. So it's time to make some moves here. So Nikishin, we got to give a contract extension to now, because he's going to be our number one defenseman moving forward here. So what kind of deal can we get you on here, Nikishin? I'd like you for 8 years. Okay, I'd be willing to do like a $12.5 million contract for you. But how many years do I need to do for you? 6, 5, 4, 3. He really likes it. Let's try to get a 4-year deal at $12.5 million for Nikishin there. He's medium elite, 88 overall. That might be a mistake, but we'll see. Right wingers. Bork. We'll wait on you there. Now, my question is about McKenna, because if you take a look at our forward core, so we have Will Smith, Tage Thompson, McKenna, Cooley, Fundell. I think we can make another big trade if we wanted to, and really get something back for Gavin McKenna if we want it. Like 11 point. Okay, a 5-year deal. Give you a modified no movement clause. If I can get you cheaper, then I don't really feel comfortable paying you over $11 million yet. 9.5. We'll give you that. Nikishin maybe is an overpayment. Frondell, what do you want? 4 years, he'd still be an RFA. I like that a lot, actually. Anton Frondell. $7.3 for 4 years. Let's try that. So the big boys are signed. So let's take a look at free agents now. Let's look at our defensive core. That's what we really need this year. So Siegenthaler, $7 million for 4 years. That's a lot of money. Ferraro, no. Someone who's cheap but not super old. Zach Whitecloud. Okay, I'd be willing to give you that. 3.6 6.75. We can trade that contract away if we need to. And then someone to play alongside of him. Go Radko Gudas, have a really tough one now. Troy Stetcher, no. No, he's a right-handed. Nick Leddy, no. Valainen, no, I don't really like him. DeMello. I think we just play one of our young guys for right now. So let's advance a day here. See if those boys accept contract extensions. Nikishin, a larger market. What larger market do you want? McKenna accepts. Brundell accepts. Perfect. So the big boys are signed for next year. So who do we need to still give contract extensions to? Hayton, Kreider, Bork, and Philippe Deneau. So Barrett Hayton, I do like you as a third or fourth line guy moving forward. We still have $18 million. We'll wait on that. Still have $18 million for next year. If we could, and most of our team is signed up. So what's our forward core looking like? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we bring in a Clayton Keller? Oh, never mind. He already signed. Holy, that was quick. Did any of the defensemen come down in price? DeMello, 5 point. No. Okay, we're just going to play one of our young guns this year, so that's okay. Can always make a trade at the trade deadline here, but let's give Barrett Hayden his contract extension now. If I could get you at 4.6 for the next 3 years, basically what you're making right now. Philippe Deneau, no. Will Cooley, he's on a good deal. Chris Kreider, I don't want to give contract extension to. That's fine. Will Smith, Maverick Bork. $4 million for 2 years. 3.8 for 2 years. We'll see if they accept. So with that all being said, let's hop up to the beginning of preseason here and see what this team's looking like for year number 4. Let's go. Alrighty, guys. So I got a very interesting trade here from the Carolina Hurricanes. They want Fabian Hull, who we just drafted in the 3rd round, medium elite, in a 2nd round pick. They want to give us Keandre Miller, Will Borgen. He's not great, but we can move that salary. Andrei Sveshnikov, who we could put on the 3rd or 4th line. Like, we don't really need offense here. I'm going to say no for now, but a very interesting trade. Alrighty, guys. So taking a look at this team for year number 4, it's looking pretty sweet. So first line is going to be Gavin McKenna, Anton Fundell, and Tage Thompson, +5. Hopefully that line can go off. Second line is going to be Liam Pugh, Will Smith, and Will Cooley. Hopefully Will Smith will get him to work on his face-offs there. Hopefully it's not too bad him playing center there. Maybe it's not too much different there. So third line is going to be Panarin, Hayden, and Chris Kreider. Fourth line is going to be Raquel, Novak, and Bobby McMahon. Defensively is going to be Nikishin, who's up to a 90 with Esa Tolvanen, Brandon Schneider and Krasinski, and Ottavainen and Zach Whitecloud. And in the cage, we have Shesterkin and William Lassell. But we do have a couple players that haven't made this team. Maverick Bork, we signed him to a contract extension. He needs to be moved. 2.8 sitting in the minors, and Gabe Perreault as well, just not finding a way onto this team. So that's $5 million we can free up here. Sikora, I just don't see a spot for him on the team here. Barrett Bedard's going to be some depth. I forgot to show you that. So our depth, our scratch players, we have Brett Bedard, Philip Deneau, and Jan Keskinov. I just signed him as a depth defenseman here. So I'm going to look for a trade for to free up some of these players here and try to get some assets back for them. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so I found a trade here with the Nashville Predators here. Going to send Gabe Perreault and Maverick Bourque over to Nashville for 2 young, medium top 4 defensemen, 81 and 81, 21 each, 21 years old each, and medium top 4, 2 years left on entry-level deals, and a second-round pick. I don't know if we'll get the second, but will it go through? Trade rejected. How about just... I feel like we're getting a little bit fleeced there. They are NHL players. Let's try to get a third and a fifth in there. Will it go through? Trade accepted. There we go. So freed up some of our AHL team there. We got to send down defenseman. Reed and Rombach. Perfect. We'll just send those guys down to the AHL there. Let them grow one more year there so we can build up this defensive core. So that's where we're a little bit weak on defensive prospects, but our AHL team is looking pretty sweet for this year. I guess we could look at trading a Teddy Bluger as well. Because how much money is he making? His contract's up this year, but we'll just move up Rocco Pelosi there. Get him playing on the first line there. Halinka. But yeah, our AHL team's looking great for this year, so it should be good. So let me know down in the comments what you think about the team. If there's any moves we should be making ahead of the trade debt or ahead of the year 4 season. I think we're good enough to make it back to the playoffs here. So let me know what you think. Leave a like on the video if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know down in your comments your thoughts. And until next time, peace.